I'm sporting my U.S. national team soccer jersey because here today I'm Kelsey Reznick, fresh off of duty with the U.S. U17 field hockey national team. I have a soccer jersey, no field hockey yet. When they make your jersey, I will buy that merchandise. It'll be the first field hockey item that I own. But getting in the red, white, and blue spirit, welcome back. You're in Uruguay with the under-17 team. You were here before when you qualified for the team, and I asked you a question. I said, how do you think you're going to feel when they play that national anthem? You have the USA jersey on. You said they played it before one game. What was it like standing there and realizing what you accomplished and who you're representing?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was just such an awesome feeling to finally realize. I think that was the moment that I realized, like, wow, this is real. Like, I'm playing for America, representing my country in a sport that I absolutely love. So it was just an awesome experience.
So I didn't mention it this time, but Kelsey lives in Drums, attends Wyoming Seminary. So what are you going to take away? You have a very busy field hockey career, but what are you going to take away from this experience on the field, being on the national team?
I think it helped me to realize just who I am as a player, and confidence-wise, realizing that I am a very good player. I have the skills to do it, and because confidence is something that I have struggled with for years now, and I think this trip has really helped me just to realize that I can do what I want to do if I work hard enough for it.
I always said if I ever made it to any height of sports, you know, professionally or to a national team, I'd love just to sit on the bench, be like that extra guy. I get the equipment, the jerseys. You made a difference while you were down there too. It seems. How did you evaluate how you played? You had 2 assists, helped start another goal. Not just in scoring opportunities, but how do you think you did while you were down there?
So I played center defender, which is something that I've never played in field hockey. You should play midfield. But I played very, very well. I held it down. We only let in 1 goal throughout the whole 4-game series, and with my other defenders, we did a really, really good job.
So with those 2 assists as well, there was one play I read online as I was following the team. You made, I think, an interception, passed it upfield, and then there was one more pass made that went eventually to a goal. Could you remember that play? Can you take us through it a little bit?
Yeah, actually. So their center back, she just kind of hit the ball straight down the middle of the field, and I stepped up on the center forward that was in front of me, and I passed it to the right, out to one of my right mids, and she hit it up to a forward, who then hit it into the goal. So.
Now, when we had you in here when you qualified for the team, what I didn't understand was you made the squad, but it was you guys were practicing on a practice tour around the United States. Then there was another cut made to decide who was going to go on this trip to South America. So what's that like, as you're happy you made the team, but knowing that there's another cut coming?
Yeah, so when you make the team, obviously it's an amazing feeling, but with all these training camps that we did, they're still evaluating us. Okay. So the pressure's still a bit on, you know, and we had 26 who were traveling with us, and they only took 18 to tour. So, I mean, it's still a lot of pressure, I guess, to be able to make that final cut and actually represent your country.
So you go down to Uruguay, and I asked you about the experience a little bit. I asked you what you're going to take away field hockey-wise. How about what you learned culturally, or what you're going to take away for your life?
Yeah, so their language is Spanish. Very few people spoke English there, and I took like 2 years of Spanish in high school, so I knew a little bit, but just the language barrier was something that all of us struggled with, I think, but the people there were so nice, and they were really kind, and they worked with us and helped us the whole time.
So you play a team from Uruguay 4 times. So I was curious, did you get to know the players on the other team a little bit?
Yeah, so we had dinner with them after 2 of the games that we played, and the girls were so nice. Those girls, they did speak English because they went to more private schools, so they were taught English since they were young. So we were able to talk to them pretty well, and they were just so nice, very kind, and they shared a lot about their country with us, and we did the same.
Was there a difference in field hockey styles at all when you look at playing, you know, a team from South America, or was it pretty much like playing teams here in the U.S.?
I think they were a lot more intense, especially because it was their national team. They just were very aggressive, I think, and that the first game, I think it threw us off a bit, but we were able to capitalize and recognize it.
How was the food? You mentioned dinner. Was it a little bit different? I mean, how was the food down there? Different?
It was exotic, I would say. They ate a lot of meat. That's what they ate, and it wasn't like chicken. Like, it was like lamb and, I don't know, weird stuff, and I wasn't a fan, but it was good to try new things. So.
Yeah. What's the relationship like now with you with the national team?
So we have one more training camp at the end of April at the Nook in Lancaster. And we'll be working with the U19, U21, and developmental team for field hockey, which will be kind of a little intimidating, but it should be a really good experience. And then from there, the whole process just starts back up again, trying to make the national team.
So it's not like you get a special, stamp or anything, and they're like, oh, you were in the pool before. I mean, I guess the coaches that are more familiar with you, so that's good. But you have to go through the process again.
Yeah, you still have to go through the process, but they know who you are, but it's the same thing.
All right, well, Kelsey, again, like you said, it's been a whirlwind since you came home, so thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Keep up with her career at Wyoming Seminary. Also, there's some articles on USA Field Hockey online. You can read about their trip to Uruguay.